everybody, and welcome. I hope everyone is doing well today. Yes, welcome. Hi, welcome. Happy Tuesday. Yeah, I am looking forward to this. Let's see. So, yes, welcome to anybody watching live. Welcome to anybody watching the replay. Did want to make sure I said that. And as well, let's see. So, I was just kind of waiting on people to come in. Let's see, because Kate M is here and popped in the chat. Says, good morning, me too. I'm at work, but alone, no boss today, but by yourself. So says, I'll write and work on some HP90 stuff. Oh, okay, cool. Since not really much is going on. Awesome. So let's see. I'll wait to see if there's anybody else going to come in the chat before I go into my usual stuff. So I just realized I forgot to plug in my external mic. That's okay. I hope everybody can hear me all right. I'll try to project as much as I can, as much as an introvert can. Let's see. Let's see. So it's Tuesday, and I, for the most part, yesterday, by the way, I didn't do a whole lot, but that said, yesterday was the first day back to school for my son. So most of the morning was spent just kind of relaxing and just kind of enjoying the major difference that day is, because it's usually pretty quiet and all. So yeah. Let's see. Shannon's here, ST Houston. Hi. Just got home from my appointments. Made friends with the like button. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Shannon is a streamer, not for Heart Breathings, but Shannon does run streams. Usually, excuse me, usually most days during the week. Does a lot of cool things. Excuse me. Editing a podcast episode for August 15th with Sky Winters, known as D. I remember this name. Fun. Okay. Let's see. Maybe I'll wait to see if a couple more people in. Layla's here. Hello. How are you? My desk may look a little bit different because I have moved. I moved a little piece of something from my art desk in here because I wanted my laptop to be at a different, more ergonomic place. So that's what you're seeing there. I found it at a Joann. It's unfinished. Obviously you could paint it. I have been thinking about finishing it. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with that yet. But anyway, just trying to make my space a little bit more ergonomic and all of that. I've got my external keyboard under that. So, yeah. Okay. Just randomly tossing something that I don't need here. So let's see. So now that we've got some folks in the chat, why don't I go ahead and just officially introduce myself. So if you're new here, my name is Heather. Pardon me, Heather Dewey Pettit, and I am a writer, editor, and artist. as a as all of those things. But sometimes I say, however, what ties all three of those things together is my love of fantasy and science fiction. Um, so in regards to my writing, um, I've done all of those things for quite some time. But lately, over the last several years, my focus with my writing has been on creative writing, and obviously, I do love science fiction and fantasy. Um, my main work in progress right now is my novel. Uh, Although that's kind of taken a backseat a little bit, but because I've had some other things going on, but at any rate, the how I've been describing my novel lately is, excuse me, that it is a women's fantasy with elements of YA fantasy, excuse me, and epic fantasy, with all of that on a mythology base, story wise. So because you know, there's some retelling involved. Excuse me. Let's see. One second. So that said, that is my main writing work in progress. I have another, however, that I'm working on as well. Sometimes I will alternate projects because that can help me be more engaged with my projects, essentially. And so, anyway, I'm trying to use that as a segue into that I am an editor. As an editor, I am a freelance line editor, copy editor, and proofreader, and I also do sensitivity. Sometimes it's called authenticity reading. Sometimes it's called conscious language reading, actually, and I need to remember to say that too. So let's see. So this project is, I have been working on it off and on for several months now, and I'm getting really close to done, actually, which is feels really good. So this project, I have been calling it the fairy style guide and glossary for writers. I think that I'm finalized on the title, and so I have been putting a lot of information in my blog um, about editing and what editors do and the different types of editing, and then also the tools they use. And recently, I wrote a blog post about style sheets, because that's something that editors and proofreaders, excuse me, copy editors and proofreaders use to help with consistencies and to keep a lot of things in mind when they're editing. So anyway, I unfortunately, I was writing a blog post about the style guide last week and recently. However, I was starting to get a migraine when I was trying to finish it up, and then it was full blown, and I think it's still going away. So essentially, it's been, I mean, about 5 days. Whatever. Anyway, so moving on. So that got in my way of finishing that up. So I have been thinking about whether to stick with the plan and doing my blog, my Substack, that is, it's a Substack publication. What I have been doing is the first post of the month, which has been the second Thursday of the month, and then the fourth Thursday of the month. So with the second one being the more author newsletter kind of deal. That said, eventually I will be moving my author newsletter to another platform eventually. So I will. There will be more things related to editing in my publication. So anyway, this blog post, would you guys like to see that this week? Let me know, because it's really almost done. I was working on it some yesterday. So let's see. So there's that. So yes, so those are my two main projects right now that I'm working on. That said, I also have an edit to do. So yeah, yeah, because this, way too many. There are always so many things to do when you have multiple streams of income, right, Shannon? So yeah, she says, trying to stay focused on 1 to 2 at a time. Yeah, exactly. I like having trying to limit myself to 2 at any given time, so that I can say, okay, here's this one and here's this one, and these are what I'm going to go back and forth with this week until I get whatever. Let's see. So, oh, thank you. Is that the style guide? I had this. I was developing the idea last year, and then I got this idea, and then I saw something similar in a group I'm in a Facebook writer, that was something similar. Oh, sorry, I forgot to silence my phone. I saw something kind of similar, but it was in a different vein with a whole other subject. It was about death and dying. And I was like, hey, and I started talking to this person about it, and she encouraged me. So yeah, I'm not leaving Substack yet. It's going to be a process, because, we were talking about that yesterday in your stream yesterday. Sorry, too many yesterdays, Shannon, about MailerLite. You were saying you might actually go to Substack. I don't know. I mean, I probably could create a separate publication within my Substack account. I'm not sure. I have to look into it. So it's thank you for doing that, Shannon, while I was trying to explain some stuff. So thank you very much. Yes, it's blog articles about working with editors. Yeah, you've copied and pasted. Thank you. Yes. And so, yes, and I talk about my writing. I have been talking about my writing as well, and some upcoming events. I can even talk about some events right now if you want, before we get started with everything. Yes, thanks. Thank you, Shannon. Oh, hello. Hi, Amelia. How are you? And I hope you got the thing. I hope you got your thing all right. Your bookmarks. I hope you got them all right. People are saying hi. Let's see. It is I'm a little bit behind now, so I'm going to go ahead and continue getting things prepared for our sprints. Speaking of sprints, this is these sprints are hosted on behalf of the Heart Breathings Writing community on Facebook. There we go. So yeah. Oh, yay. That makes, here, I'm doing the ASL sign for yay. Oh, I'm so glad you like it. Been meaning to let you know. That's fine. Don't worry. I'm so glad you came in then. So I've been wanting to email you. And so anyway, guess I don't have to. Anyway, if you don't know what that's about, in terms of the artist stuff, I love working with watercolor and gouache and other water-based inks and other water-based media like inks. There we go. So this art, if you're new here, if this art you see around me, that is my own personal art that I made a couple years ago. I took a high-res photo of it, and it's now part of my branding. The lovely and very talented Adrian Santiago of Books by Adrian created, I'm not putting correctly, created this logo and my videos, my intro and outro videos. So they're lovely. So anyway, yeah. On the back burner at the moment is my coffee shop, but there'll be things coming in. I do have 2 listings so far. I have a listing for the bookmarks, the planner bookmarks, the large planner bookmarks that Amelia won during my 500 subs stream. So yeah. And then there's some other items that are going out as soon as possible. Yeah. Anyway, so oh, Miss K is here. Hello. Yeah. So Miss K is another admin. Whoops, I knocked something over. Another admin / streamer for Heart Breathings. Lovely, lovely person. Check her channel out. And she is also an artist. She's a very good artist. Drawing, I'm still working on. Sometimes I can draw, but Miss K can. Definitely draw. Me, not so much. I'm trying. I'd like to practice that sometime soon. Anyway, I was going to say that I will be bringing my art to Necronomicon Tampa, where I'm also going to be speaking in September. So I will start putting links below regarding Necronomicon Tampa. I also have a video coming where I interviewed somebody about Necronomicon Tampa. I've done some editing on it, but I will be working on that. Oh, well, it's kind of the same. You're drawing with paint. Am I right? Thank you so much. All right. Now I'll go grab us a timer. Let's see. Let's see. Maybe I'll go ahead and get Pomodoro Kitty this time. Sorry, I didn't have that ready. I've had some things I had to do this morning. One sec. And of course, I have way too many tabs open. Well, okay. So, I do love the Pomodoro, classic Pomodoro sometimes, but lately I've been liking the longer sprints. And also lately I've been putting up a poll during the first sprint for the length that you might like. And that includes I've been having a choice of 30 or 40 minutes. I might actually offer one other choice. So yeah, I might also offer a 15-minute. We'll see what happens. All right. So I've been liking this background on the kitty. Pomodoro Pomodoro Kitty timers. Yes, it almost does look like a map. I know. It kind of looks like an old-fashioned map where they actually, in the past they did use watercolors to create maps, and so that's probably why you're getting that. What am I looking? What's the word I'm looking for? That I don't know, not effect, but anyway. I'll think of it later. But yes, you are welcome. Truth? Oh, drawing with paint? Yeah, it is. Okay. Kate is refreshing her coffee while we get wrapped up with getting prepared. Okay. The tab struggle is definitely real. Yeah, Shannon does definitely like the longer sprints. Sometimes you have like most of the timers that you use are hour-long timers. Am I right? Lately. So let's see. There was somebody that used to hang out in chats, Devin. Why can't I think of his name? The one who was outed. He was the one who started the playlist, the AuthorTube playlists, and YouTube didn't like it. Devin Cutting. He would joke about 75-minute. No. So he would joke about 75-minute sprints, and people were like, what? Shannon can hyperfocus really well. Sometimes I can. Yeah. Depending on the day, depending on a lot of things. With short sprints, you lose your focus. Sometimes I do too, Sometimes that's why sometimes I really do like the 30-minute sprints or even 40-minute now, because I got to settle in. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I didn't get a chance to pop into Sako's stream, so I'll have to do that while I'm live. But hi, Nicole. How are you? Hanging out there. She's hanging out there. I'll be over when she ends that one. Okay. Thank you. All right. 55-minute sprints, you won. All righty. Yes. Internal rage. I'm getting interrupted. Yeah. Okay. All righty. Oh, and thank you for this. I'll just show that for a second. All right. So okay. Now we will start our first sprint. Please, please, please do whatever you need to do for yourselves, everybody. If you've been doing stuff and you need to take a break, please do that. If you need a drink, go get a drink. Need coffee, whatever. If you are able and need to, getting up and walking around is a good idea and also helps with focus. All right. Let's go ahead and get everything started, everybody. Let's get our sprint started in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's sprint. Okay. How did everybody do? I mostly popped into Sako's sprints. I got a lot of things in the chat, and I did some more prepping of my desk for this editing project. So yeah, and yeah, that's mostly it. Yeah, these 25-minute sprints, maybe they are a little bit short. So yeah. Let's see. And I participated in the chat in other ways. Excuse me. Finding where I was. Okay. Yeah, that was Devin Cutting's name. The spelling of his first name. Yes. Oh, let's see. Yes, so Nicole came in just a little bit before. Yes, just a little bit before I started my sprint. Okay, yes. Very cool. So I am exactly the same way, especially when I'm doing editing of any nature whatsoever, including beta reading, any sort of anything related. I try to do that myself. It's it's what you wish everyone would do, right? So so hi, how are you doing? CCC. Who is doing a final read through of I'm not sure, of their novel, debating whether to pay a beta reader or just send it directly to an editor. It depends on what you really think you need, honestly. And I say that as being a writer and an editor and a beta reader. If you really feel like you need some more feedback, again, there's so many beta readers within AuthorTube too, not just in say Fiverr or whatever, Upwork or whatever. So yeah, and not all free beta readers will give you will do a very thorough job, and or even although there are editors and others on Fiverr who do the same thing. Maybe they offer a copy edit for $50, but how thorough is that going to be, right? Yeah. So I like this, Amelia. My best beta ended up being a coworker that reads in my genre. So there's that. As long as you find a person who reads within your specific genre or subgenre, that's best, obviously. Yeah, and there's so many. It all adds up. I would say, being an editor, that the basics that you need, if you want a super duper quality book, the best you can possibly put out, you're gonna definitely need proofreading, and I would say most books need a copy edit, but that's generally speaking. I've done it both ways as far as beta reading. Let me pause that. I have done paid. I have also done free beta reading in the past. Okay, so I did put up a poll as well. Looks like everybody likes 40 minutes. That sounds good. let's see. Real quick though, while I'm doing that, I did pop some of my own promotional links in the chat. If you're interested in anything that I do, I popped in links to my excuse me, to my link tree and my 40 minutes and my and some other things. Within my link tree, you'll find a lot of things, including all of my social media, where that's a great place to get started if you want to work with me. At the moment, I do have an old I do have an old blog site in there as well. So there's that, so that has a contact page. So there's that as well. Also, my Substack is in there, and again, that's another place where I can be messaged. Again, my publication name is the index card. So yeah, because you don't really have to pay for beta readers, but there are some professional beta readers. That is what they do. That is what they consider it a type of editing. I kind of do as well. Yeah, I did pop this in the chat. That's an exceedingly good deal for paid beta reading, Shannon. And if she's really good, you've hit the mother load. So yeah, a lot of beta readers will be people who have not been your alpha readers or critique readers. So yeah, I have done a lot of different things, including beta reading, and I've done a lot of different things professionally. So yeah, but there is the lady that works well for Shannon. So yes, my links. If you have any questions at all about editing or what I do, please feel free to pop to drop me a line anywhere on my social media. Because all of that things and everything is in there in the link tree, my Substack. Thank you very much. I also popped in my coffee just because if anybody's likes what I do here, I will have my plan is to take some of my blog posts and create videos out of them eventually. I'll do that eventually. But it's a good way to get me started on that, I guess. So yeah. Also, there's Necronomicon Tampa, which I wanted to mention super quick because not only am I speaking there, and a lot of other really awesome people, one of which is Sapo Toomey. We have been arranging for the last 2 years, including this year, that is, so that we can be on at least one panel together. We were on like 3 panels together last year. It was awesome. So apparently she's got something going on this week with her podcast. Okay. Lots of great things going on. Alrighty. In the chat, that is. Okay. So all of that done. Most of the links I popped in the chat are also in the description below. Plus, probably. one thing I will be doing during the next sprint is popping some information in about heart breathings and all the things that they do, events like Double Down Day, which, oh my gosh, is coming up soon, which is just a few days after my birthday. You know, and they also do other things. The virtual writing retreat is a weekend long, um, uh, um, sorry, event full of um, streaming productivity sprints. Okay. At any rate, we are ready for our next sprint, our second sprint. So during the second sprint, I did pull up a planner earlier. I'm going to get into that and set up some things for this copy edit that I have to start. So I'll be setting up where I'm going to time everything, and in this planner here, and make sure I have everything in place. And then I'll be working on that later. Working on the actual edit later. So let's get this started. Excuse me. Let's get this started, everybody. Please do whatever you need to do for yourself. And we'll get this started in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's write. Okay. How did everybody do? What did everybody do? I I set up my planner the way I wanted it for all of the editing tasks, and I pulled a couple books that I like to use. That I'm currently reading, actually. Well, I'm really reading one. I've been reading this as much as I can for the last, well, for a hot minute. Actually, I've been reading a lot last couple months. If you're new to editing, I really recommend this. It's the Chicago Guide to Copy Editing Fiction by the lovely and talented Amy J. Schneider. Just an amazing person, and I really like how she writes. She's an amazing editor, and I'm lucky to be in her company. But let's see. I popped a bunch of things in the chat, and let's see. So, and people were going back and forth with CCC and setting up, possibly working with her by way of doing beta reads. So again, let me know when you're ready for me. Let's see. Also, Mr. Camperites. Hello. Why did it go away? Your first name, Monique. I'm sorry. I couldn't think of it for a second. Who is currently fixing the POV errors in the urban fantasy novel. Also still looking for ARC readers. Okay. So that's out there for anybody. So I will think on that. Also, Teethorn Coil came in. Hello. I'm sorry I didn't see you there. Let's see. So anything? I think I missed something earlier, maybe. Somebody might have mentioned. Okay, maybe that was further down. Anyway, so again, these sprints are hosted on behalf of the Heart Reading Writing community. I popped in a link to the Facebook group. Please remember to answer the membership questions. That's with any group, right? I'm also an admin for another group, and it's the same thing. With a lot of groups, they won't even let you in if you don't answer the questions at all. So anyway, here is where you can find links to the sprints. You can see the full sprint schedule. This is the website. So you can find also the schedules for upcoming events like Double Down Day and Virtual Writing Retreat. And here is the direct link to the Google Calendar. So I did want to remind people Diane is not streaming this week, but Jenna is at 6 p.m. Tessa came in. Hello. Hi. Nicole got quick writing vlog recorded. Awesome. So A+ for productivity. I hope no one's mind wearing a bathrobe in it. Yeah, pretend you're Arthur Dent from Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Just ignore that. Ignore the cat for a second. Yeah, I'm still maybe still have a little bit of my migraine left, but not much. So, Kate M, I think you had a comment up there somewhere about what you did during the previous sprint. Congratulations. Made some phone calls and went over emails for work stuff. Also, more copy and paste from BookFlow to Dabble. Cool. Kara, hello. I wasn't sure if I'd be up to participating in any productivity gatherings as my PTSD, oh, I'm very sorry, was quite bad this morning, but I think I'm coming around to it. I hope you feel better. Tessa finished writing prompts of the day. Awesome. Now I'm working on the memoir, and I just did a backup file. Very cool, very cool. Shannon, St. Houston, made more progress on my editing this time with 7.5 minutes done on the video. Have 23 minutes left to edit. Great. So another thing I did actually was trying to set aside visually on a planner, set aside some other things I need to do, like I need to I need to buy some table space for Necronomicon Tampa. Not my author table. I already have that for promoting the style guide and other things. But the art table I wanted, there are two art tables that I'm going to have. So as I said before, I'll be bringing my art to Necronomicon Tampa as well, in addition to everything else. Haley's World. I figured out the first sentence of a chapter. Okay. Productivity is productivity in this space here. So, I love that as well about the Heart Breathings community, as well as I'm very selective about the communities that I am very active in. So I have another one as well that, and it's like, wow, never mind. So yeah. Let's see. Yes. Shannon says, I saw you in Rita's stream on Saturday. I think, Kara, did you see my message? Okay. Last sprint. Let's do a quick wrap up. However, as Diane's not streaming, let's do a wrap up of, well, I guess it doesn't matter. Why don't we do a 30-minute sprint? Does that sound okay? I didn't pump in a poll or anything, but ooh, Amelia started the final round of line edits, I hope. I understand completely. And I'm still coughing, and I'm having a lot of allergy things going on. So as I'm out of one med, that I need to call the doctor about that. So yeah, 30 minutes. Let's do that. Let me see here. Okay. Alrighty. So one last sprint, and so please remember to do whatever you need to do for yourself. Again, if you're able and need to, getting up and walking around is good. Get some water. That's very good. It's very hot. It is very hot pretty much everywhere. And we have here in my area, we have yet another, what's the term? Just basically a warning, heat, whatever I'm trying to say. The warning, to stay indoors if you can. Anyway, drinking fluids is a really good thing to do. I'm going to get some more myself. And also, I think I'm pretty much ready for this copy edit. I'm going to go ahead and, and buy my art table. So, yeah, sounds good. I'm going to finish that up, and that's going to be it for me today here. So let's get things started in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's pray. Oops. Okay. I let's see. Um, I have been in a few documents, and I got into my blog so that I could try and finish that up, so I can um, get that out, get it out of my head, get it up, and so that I can start promoting this this style guide. So I also set aside a page in my planner for brainstorming an elevator pitch. So yeah, there's things I need to do. So I have I have more than a month to get everything all wrapped up. So I have a couple of people who are going to be reading it for me. I have I have an editor friend who is going to take a look for sure. I have a couple of people that I'm going to send it to for for some feedback um, and and some edits in case I need that. I think it's just going to need a copy edit. I mean, a proofread. Um, I'm pretty sure, but whatever it needs is whatever it needs. So yeah, I got into documents, a variety of documents. Number one for copy edit and that I'm doing, and then and then the blog post, and then I also did pay for my art show tables, so I'm happy with that. And so I got into Facebook a little bit because there's some admin things I needed to do within this other group that Shannon knows about. So yeah, because I'm working out some things to do with that group. Uh, um, well, it's called the Neurodivergent Writers Lounge, and then there's also a sister, the first group, which is the Neurodivergent Editors Lounge. So yeah. Anyway, yeah, just kind of wrapping things up, and I'm going to get started on the copy edit in just a little bit. I'm going to have some lunch, and then I will do that. So. Oops. Here's also the link to the AuthorTube spreadsheet. So there's that. CCC, aka JL Medeiros, got super distracted. Had to work when my hubby is home. Hard to work, excuse me, when my hubby is home. I can kind of relate, but he is here every day. Progress is progress. Absolutely. I completely agree with that, and that is one of my mottos. So yeah, and also congratulations to Teethorn Coil, who finished the novel draft. Yay! And thank you. You're welcome. Absolutely. Thank you so much for coming. Congratulations all around. And CCC is heading out. Have a great day, everyone. Thanks for hosting. You're welcome. If I didn't say that before. Yeah, there's a lot going on. So yeah, having work from home too. Nicole did more beta reading that sprint off to get out of this bathrobe. Yeah. Were you pretending you were Arthur Dent? Let's not talk about being 1:30 in the afternoon and I'm in my jammies still. Well, it's part of the part of part of the part of the game sometimes. Uh, Actually, I have a friend. Their name is E. Probilski, and they hosted a whole conference, most of the conference at least, in their in their um, in their robe, and she. Sorry, they encourage being comfortable. Anyway, Shannon took a small break. Tessa cleaned up email after making a backup of memoir. And SD Houston's Shannon is sprinting on the next hour. If you want to pop in a link to your sprints, go ahead. And thank you. You're welcome. Um, okay. Wow, it's past 1:30 on my end here. So maybe a quick little I can grab that if you want, Shannon. Quick little outro. My regular streaming schedule is Tuesdays and Thursdays from 11 o'clock a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern. Again, I also do some of the sprinting events for heart breathings. I also will occasionally have a pop up or a very special stream where I have a guest. I've done that. I have some plans coming up at the end of the month. I should be having a premiere all about Necronomicon Tampa, and I hope to have people, other people on my channel very very soon. There is a link to Shannon's stream. Yeah. So anyway, I would love to have some other folks on my channel sometime soon. So including possibly other tubers and maybe some local folks that I know who are authors. Luckily, I live in an area where there are lots of authors, so it's really really great. And there's actually another person who is going to be at Necronomicon Tampa with me, and his name is, if I can pronounce his last name correctly, Kip. I think it's Kolsch. And he writes science fiction and fantasy, and he's a really great person. And sorry, there's a bug. Anyway, I have lots of plans coming to my channel, and I hope everybody had a great time and were productive. And I will see everybody later. Alrighty, have a wonderful day, everybody, and I will see you soon. Hopefully on Thursday. All right, bye.